Now, this week on The Breakdown with the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, Plac, the Executive Director, Mr. Clement Nwankwo, speaks on the death penalty punishment for drug peddlers and smugglers being considered by the Senate as part of the amendment to the NDLEA Act. Take a listen.
The bill before the National Assembly at this time is the NDLEA Amendment Act 2023, which the NDLEA is proposing, among other things, the need for harsher punishment on the question of drug trafficking. We do know that this is a major issue, and Nigeria, as with the rest of the world, we're very concerned about the issue of drug trafficking and the need for punishment to ensure that people are deterred. I think, though, that the most important thing is to be able to prevent people from having the incentive to transport drugs. And the best way to do it is to ensure that you have very good law enforcement, a very good apprehension system. People are not going to be deterred from drug trafficking simply because of the punishment. We did see under the military dictatorship that this country went through that some of the harshest punishments were prescribed for some offenses under what was called the Miscellaneous Offenses Decree number 3 of 1984, promulgated by General Muhammadu Buhari, and yet people still carried out offenses. Under criminal law jurisprudence understanding, it is not the harshness of an offense that prevents people, because indeed when it is so very harsh, people develop a means of compromise and enforcement of the law, and you find that even law enforcement has incentive to compromise, because personally some may not want to see such harsh punishments imposed. The House of Representatives has passed the amendments to this bill that imposes a life sentence. The Senate has, however, imposed the punishment of death, which is extremely harsh. And we have seen under criminal law jurisprudence, dating hundreds of years ago, that sometimes people could be found guilty of an offense that they didn't commit. We've seen that in places where people have been officially pardoned because evidence emerged over time that they didn't commit the offense. And Nigeria has had instances where it has had its citizens arrested abroad in some countries where there are extreme punishments. And you can talk of Saudi Arabia, you can talk of Thailand and the rest of them. Nigeria has had cause to send diplomatic representation to negotiate the release of some of the citizens who were in the death row for drug trafficking. It is very retrogressive in the 21st century to be talking of death penalty for any offense at all. So I believe that the National Assembly will be making a very serious mistake. It will be denting itself by imposing death penalty in this offense as described in the NDLEA Amendment bill. We know that a conference committee has been set up between the House and Senate to harmonize this bill. We would urge the conference committee to proceed in adopting the position of the House of Representatives, which is the position that imposes the life imprisonment, rather than the Senate's position that imposes the death penalty. Internationally, this will be perceived as very odious, even in countries which have very serious drug problems, whether it is the United Kingdom, the United States, and Canada, advanced countries. The search is for finding the best punishments to give. Most of these countries have completely, the UK has completely abrogated the death penalty, and in most states in the US, it's been abrogated as well. International organizations, including even Nigerian organizations, and Plac's position is that the death penalty should be removed from our law books, from our criminal jurisprudence. Amnesty International has campaigned as a major objective the abolition of the death penalty. So we believe that it is very retrogressive for any law in Nigeria's statute books to be proposing or even to continue to exist that prescribes death penalty for any offense at all.